Okay, I'm going to play you three songs. Thanks so much for joining me. It's what a brilliant intro as well. Thank you so much. I've got a few little toys with me and some Sims trumpets, and I've tried to create something here a little bit different for my live shows, which has been amazing, and I've been lucky enough to be booked at some amazing places. But this whole journey started here with this lady here about a couple of years ago. Does anyone know who this might be? A bit of a pub quiz question. Anyone? Okay, well, it's Martha Reeves from Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. And I was very fortunate enough to get a call to do a dep gig with her a couple of years ago when I was living the dream, but more or less living a nightmare, sharing a room with another musician trying to sort of get on the circuit. And Martha gave me my big break, and it was amazing, and I was able to do some touring with her, and it was absolutely brilliant. And that's sort of the pinnacle of it there was at Secret Garden Party, where we played in front of about 10,000 people. It was like Woodstock all over again, so it was brilliant. And then this happened here, which is my sort of lockdown. That's the only way I can really describe it, is that picture. So I ascended into darkness, but I wanted to harness that energy of what Martha had, and obviously there were other people that helped me on my journey, but it was her in particular that sort of gave me the sort of the guile and the actual enthusiasm to actually create something. So she was a big part of this creation here. So I wanted to sort of thank her as well as everyone else upon my journey. So fast forward lockdown then. So yeah, everything was cancelled. I was scheduled to go on tour in China as well, of all places. And Boomtown Rats was looming as well. And I was like, yeah. But no, it was time to create and do stuff. So here we are with my setup here that I actually had the time to create and do something with. So the first song I'm going to play was very much inspired by lockdown. I was back home, and my partner at the time was back in Italy, helping with the business there, because the grants and everything there was very different. She sort of had to go home and help. And I was left to my own devices in the UK, and I set up a studio in this sort of container. And at the top of the container, I found some old VHS tapes. It was like one of those Aladdin moments, seeing these VHS tapes in the corner. And it was my parents' wedding, and it was like me as a 3-year-old and stuff like this. And it was very amazing. It's very overwhelming, but beautiful to see it. And obviously, as technology gets so evolved and so much faster, to be able to see these analog things again, they're almost like relics, like seeing the saturation. It's even more vividly relic-like to see it. So it was very emotional making this video, and I'd been sitting on this song for a while, and it's a very nostalgic song, and it's a song about kind of channeling, your inner child and trying to fulfill your potential, I suppose. It's a very TEDx thing I'm saying as a human being. I promised myself I wouldn't say too much. I've gone too far. Anyway, thanks so much. And without further ado, this is my first song, and it's called Pterodactyl. I ran for miles today, straight out the door and I was gone. Still can't work it out, what the hell I was running from. I cut through Laundry Lane, a shimmy right and a little left, through the water splash, socks and shoes now soaking wet. It happens every time, I'm bound and caught between stars and flits of gradients, sunken in front of fire into a purgatory, a fuel-lit cabin on a hill where someone says to me, you take the green and yellow pill. No, I'm not so leisure, I'm not so smart, but still I'm a pterodactyl in my heart of hearts. I could be anything, I could be anywhere, I could be anyone.
get the shooting pain. Hits me right between the eyes, leaves me feeling faint. It will go after a while, reoccurring dream. It's a cheap B-movie on repeat. I'll leave it to play out, let the sequel comfort me. It's time to let it go. Every word that I ever wrote, now drained of amplitude. Like little pink post-it notes, a ransacked old love letter, a tiny scribble that I made, someone else's skin, permanently now erased. No, I'm not subtle, I'm sure not smart. Still I'm a pterodactyl in my heart of heart. Sure I'm out of touch and way out of time. Still I'm a pterodactyl in my mind of mine. And I could be anything, I could be anywhere, I could be anyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I started animating with Ellie, who I was talking about as my partner at the time. If you ever want to get into animation, my advice is don't do it. It's a ridiculously time-consuming thing. It's a beautiful thing to do, but if you're going to do a 3,000 frame animation, it's going to take you 2.5 years at 10 frames a second, which isn't even a high frame rate. This was accumulation of 2 years' work, and I'm so excited to show you this piece. And it's a very sort of introspective piece. I'm going to play you another bit more of an upbeat song after this, but this one was about, my mic's getting away, about where I used to live in North London. I used to live in this old house with a landlady, and she used to lock the living room. I didn't say anything, did I? And she used to lock the living room, and one day she left it open, and this is no word of a lie, and I walked in there, and there was cobwebs everywhere. There was old photos, and it was literally Miss Havisham from Great Expectations. That's the only way I could describe it. And it was an incredibly bizarre thing to sort of think about, and it sort of triggered, as an artistic mind, I suppose, would, a song. And it was sort of thinking about what goes on behind closed doors, people's triumphs, people's tragedies, people's secrets, I suppose, as well. And the only thing that could see it was the pear tree in the garden. So she had a pear tree in the garden, and I thought, well, trees live for thousands of years. They're the only things that can really know what happens, I suppose. So this song is about human love, life, loss, and tragedy. And it's called The Pear Tree.
On a hill, on a broken hill, there's a broken house with a pear tree, and in the broken house live the people, and between their broken dreams they hear the pear tree shiver through the wind. Shh, shh, and on and on and on. The years go by, and the pear tree blinked as 15 generations caught its eye. And on and on and on, the people change. Still remain the same, those twisted tales of love and tragedy in the broken house on the broken hill with the pear tree. On a hill, on a broken hill, there's a broken house with a pear tree. In the broken house live the people between their broken dreams. They hear the pear tree shiver through the wind. And on and on and on, the years go by, and the pear tree blinked as 15 generations caught its eye. And on and on and on, the people change. Still remain the same, those twisted tales of love and tragedy in the broken house, broken hill with the pear tree.
This is my good friend, the late Ken Robinson, who was a massive influence to me as a musician and someone who inspired me and is obviously a part of the TED Talks thing. I was going to play the last song for you that was inspired for him, but it's so sunny outside. I just thought I'd play a sunny, happy song that we can all sing and dance to instead. So that's what I'm going to do. So big up you, Ken. That's me getting my degree. I just want to say, for this song as well, I just want to say, if you follow Ellie Sitchell, who's been a massive part of the process of creating these animations, and we're going to release another one this year, so if you give her a follow there on Ellie Sitchell Illustration, you might want to take a picture or something, or come and see me afterwards and I can give you some details. She's a phenomenal illustrator and animator, and I'm sure you agree what she did on the pear tree was absolutely brilliant. So without further ado, here's my final song, and I'm going to need your help for this. Because it's a happy, clappy, shameless, British peer sort of song. And I love it. So even if I'm dancing and playing by myself, it's fine. So have a lovely time here at TED. I want to thank Janine and Liam in particular. And I'll say a little bit about my socials and stuff when I finish. But for now, this is me and you guys now, and this is called Lost in a Song.
Oh, the sweet, 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 sweet melodies tumbling down from the sky, bubbling up from the sea. And all the humbling words, a perfect chorus and verse and reprise. When it catches your ear, you're feeling fuzzy and free. 'Cause life's as sweet as wine when you can right all your wrongs, when you're singing along, or when you're lost in a song. And I'm so full inside, my worries have gone. When you're dancing alone, when you're lost in a song. And the beat, 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 punching away, shaking your feet, watching grandma sway. Come on, grandma.
I wasn't looking at anyone.
And that boat kind of hooked, the little pattern you took to your brain. When it sinks to the heart, you see in color again. 'Cause life's as sweet as wine when you can right all your wrongs, or when you're singing along, or when you're lost in a song. And I'm so full inside, my worries have gone. Or when you're dancing alone, or when you're lost in a song. Without you, I would not know what to do. Yeah, the world's all out of key without the perfect harmony, without sweet, sweet melody. 'Cause life's as sweet as wine when you can right all your wrongs, or when you're singing along.
It's like Brian Peer, I love it.
And I'm so full inside, my worries have gone, yeah. Or when you're dancing alone, or when you're lost in a song. It's as sweet as wine when you can right all your wrongs, or when you're singing along, yeah. Or when you're lost in a song. And I'm so full inside, worries have gone, yeah. Or when you're dancing alone, when you're lost in a song.
Thank you so much, everyone. You've been so kind. I've had a lovely time up here. Take a picture of that if you want, and that links you to my Spotify. You can hear some music if you follow that QR code, or check me out on socials as well. I'm playing at Glastonbury this year. If you're along, come and check me out. Woo, self-plug, humble brag. So thanks so much for having me, and I'll see you soon. Have a lovely day here at TED Talks.